Here, soon as we start that live, nah, I mean that live energy, man. What it do with the gang? I know nobody not really here right now, but I'm just always just energized. You know what I mean? But before we get any further in this live, if you actually seeing it right now, whether it's like later or now, down in the comments, just tell me what reaction y'all want to see next. I was trying to put some out. Woke up this morning and about I think four of them, three of them got blocked. As far as in like, and some of them I actually took off. Y'all probably like seen it last week. Now y'all don't actually see it. You know what I mean? But anyway though, man, not here for that. I think I look good. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me check. Let me check my Palm Pilot to see how I look. You know what I'm saying? This 4K. Once again, I definitely got to get a background. You know what I mean? Because this is how I look when I'm full. I look crazy. You know what I'm saying? What it's hot. You know what I mean? It's just a black picture with just me. I mean, and I don't even look 4K-ish, my boy. Like, somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this. Oh, let me see if I can straighten this out. We doing this in our live and fake. Our live and fake. How that song go again? That big shit? Can I curse? Know what I'm saying? And why every time I go live, know what I'm saying? Like they giving me like the hardest thing. You feel me? Well, now I look 4K-ish. I just gotta fix I'm saying this right here. Hold up. I'm taking this out. I'm taking that out. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, more and more bright. Bro. Hold up. There we go. Nope. Don't want that. Right, we want this right here. We still want to keep the hair. That's why I usually keep the beanie on. But that's like one of the hardest things to do is the dreads, bro. Like, look at my dreads, my boy. Like my dreads is always like, no matter what. You see the green glow around me. I'm trying to take that hair off, but it is what it is, though, man. But we could talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, bro. Either we could do it now, we could do it later. Like next time I go live, I was trying to go live last night, but bro, I went to the doc. Well, you was live with me last early this morning. I went to the doctor around like 7 o'clock in the morning. Then came back home around close to 12. They had me in there way longer than I thought. Thought they was gonna get me up out of there fast, but took me in there all damn day. But it is what it is though. Um, got home, really didn't even take a nap. Took the baby to karate. Then after cooked, man, I ain't go to sleep until like maybe like 8 something. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just take a quick nap, and that nap went to damn me waking up in the morning time. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely gonna try to go live this whole day. Well, hold up. Eastern time, I have to go around between 3 and I think 5. I'll be getting off of here around like I'm gonna try to push it to 12 o'clock because I don't really got much to do right now. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stick around for a minute, yo. Hold up. Let me see something, yo. I'm trying to see what we could do live. We can't do too much. I don't want to do no music reactions because we're gonna do music reactions later. Yeah, digs? What's the transfer? I'm supposed to be on this side. That's not my original side. It's the other side. But anyway, I can just make myself small. Hey, hey. You know when you get like a new toy or something, you just be playing with this motherfucker like crazy, right? All right, let's see what we can do live, yo. Let's see what's going on in the world. Female special that plugged in. I definitely want to do that. I'll show y'all little snippets of like the things I actually kind of want to do, yo. Like that right there. You know what I'm saying what I'm blocking. Ooh, nah, my hair look great. Bro, you can see through me? Nah, 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 nah. Straighten that up right there. I'm gonna straighten that over right now. Lower that. Boom. There you go. There you go. Told you it's the hair, yo. Like it's like having dreads with these is like one of the hardest things, bro. Because it's always gonna take my hair. Like, you see what it's doing to my hair now? It's always gonna take my hair as if like it's not part of my body. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me lower myself a little bit, my boy. Do not wanna be full picture. Hold on, I'm doing this right? Yeah, I am. Bro, bro. We're not trying to do that. We're not trying to do that. Not trying to. I look good. Look good. Let me get a thumbs up if I look good, my boy. Trying to make sure we scroochie. Look how much body. Look at the bottom. Nah, we gotta straighten that motherfucker out here. Gotta straighten that motherfucker out. Alright. Alright, we Gucci. I think I'm straight right here. I look good. Yeah, we straight. But anyway though, man, as y'all can see, now I'm saying in the middle, I definitely want to do that plugged in. I want to do this one right here. Y'all want to do this reaction because this fire. These females, especially her, the one with the with that the gold hair, whatever that is, man, she be ripping junk, yo. I mess with her flow. Heavy. You see me now, I'm saying, in the corner, you feel me? I wanna know, can I show any of this stuff? Like, I wanna do a reaction to this. Booty son wanted to make bust down his mother. Ooh, she crazy. Oh, we may have to do this. We may have to do this on my other channel. This right here. Oh, this DR. I don't know what the heck this is. She coming. You seen it? That was coming. On this list, what's y'all like top movie? If I could put all this in order, Grandma's Boy was kind of funny, yo. Black, that's all right. This white boy Rick, they're definitely going to the end. Like, if I could just get this all in order, hook up to, no. I mean, I got the hook, no. That's maybe third on this list. Above the Rim, gotta be one probably. How High School, may two, that may come in too. Grandma, definitely. That's actually, you know what? That's probably two. But anyway, man, I'm trying to do this. Trying to look at what reaction we could do right now, live. You dig? Without getting in trouble, without getting blocked. I think I could show people. I just can't like actually do much. I mess with these the final hours, like showing people like how people was. That's crazy, right? Let's click on this, guys. The second video look crazy. Anyway, man. All right, this is a little bit something to do with rap, right? I mean, like I told you before, this is kind of what I'm trying to make this channel is. I'm not trying to do too many music reactions all the time because I get blocked. Get tired of waking up and next thing you know, it's me being blocked. I mean, I'm putting in good work. I be having a good, and those be the good jokes. You know what I mean? When I was little, I thought, what is this? Oh, I thought, what? Anyway, I thought about, jeez, this made me forget what I was gonna say. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure this shit work. Actually, before we do anything. Yeah, but I'm trying to upgrade this actual channel. I'm not trying to stay too much with the whole just regular do music reactions. I told you before, I don't mind just talking straight about music. Like, we could go anywhere. There's multiple things that we could look at. Jesus Christ. That ain't working yet. It's just spinning. I'm about to go to another video. Reacting this way. Oh, here we go.
We are seeing video of exactly
Thank you. Block
what happened in the moments leading up to the death of rapper Bankroll Fresh. whose real name was Trentavious White. It all started just after 10:30 p.m. on March 4th when rapper No Plug walks into Studio Execs in Atlanta with a group of friends. But not long after No Plug got there, Bankroll Fresh confronted him, and a fight broke out between the two in the back room. 5 other men come out of the studio, guns drawn. Bankroll then points the rifle at the car a few more times while yelling at the people in the vehicle. Then about 2 minutes later, we see Bankroll Fresh being carried out of the studio by friends who drive him to Hugh Spalding Children's Hospital. Gunfire then begins to shower the studio once again.
Atlanta police say Bankroll's mother
he
and
got
her
hit
niece
outside the studio, so he got hit inside
were
the
inside
studio.
their home on Smith Street Southwest at the time. We're told the home was sprayed with nearly 20 bullets.
March 4th, 2016. The rapper known as Mendez Owens, also known as No Plug, had plans to do some work to promote his music along with his cousin, who was also pursuing a career in the music industry. The schedule that night came about as his cousin had to perform at a show, so No Plug decided to tag along and they passed out CDs together. As they met up at a specific location, the first building they went into at the time was the Street Exec Studio at 1740 DeFore Place in Northwest Atlanta, which is a hub for many famous artists. But most importantly, the home of Trentavious White, also known as Bankroll Fresh. That decision would lead to the altercation that would set the stage for the final moments of rapper Bankroll Fresh's life. While at the studio, No Plug was nonchalant, going about his business.
Oh, whoa. Definitely got a shout out. Definitely got a salute to them.
Okay, new phone. Just need a promo code.
I'm just showing support.
Shouldn't be too hard to
I'll
find.
let this play for a little bit.
For real? Okay.
About his business while FaceTiming one of his female companions.
See, I go to the studio. I'm on FaceTime with one of my, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just chilling.
Broski.
It's no surprise that Bankroll
my
Fresh,
boy.
who was in the
Stop playing with
studio
me.
as well,
All right, now the fuzzy. I take the fuzzy, but Jesus, stop with the spinning.
caught wind of No Plug's appearance as one of his female associates.
Let's see if we can do this. You know, sometimes this work. Yeah, man, when you just pause it. Bring it back.
Informed him. Upon being informed of No Plug's presence at the studio, Bankroll Fresh made the second grave mistake after No Plug, and that was approaching with his temper already flaring within 5 to 10 minutes of No Plug's arrival.
You know what I'm saying? They said his female friend came straight, told him I was down there. She seen me come in, you know what I'm saying? So they said she told him, relayed the message. He came straight down.
Catching No Plug off guard, the first words from Bankroll Fresh's mouth were, "Damn, bro, why you let them put me out the 9?"
I'm like 5 to 10 minutes of me being in there, he approached me from behind, you know what I'm saying? First thing he said was like, "Damn, bro, why you let them put me out the 9?"
This is the point where it was realized that Bankroll Fresh was about to commit a series of bad mistakes due to his emotions not being under control as a result of what happened in the past. His question to No Plug stemmed from one of the incidents that pushed them to become rivals. The sad thing about what was about to occur was that they were childhood friends. Both met around the age 10 and built a bond like brothers that seemed impossible to break.
Okay, well, we met like when we was probably like 10 or 12, some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was tight. We always been tight, you know what I'm saying?
But like so many that was introduced to fame,
Tight still don't mean like in my eyes, like when with the hood, the majority of the time. Well, this is different because this is the country compared to me being in the city. But I always looked at it as like ain't really no such thing as sandbox. People do grow apart. Because because people start realizing, like, all right, man, you kind of don't have the same view on life. Some people will be like, man, I don't care about that. It's just about the friendship. I'm gonna ride with you. That's the type of guy I am. Like, I don't really care whether you're a hood guy or a buck guy, bro. Like, if I mess with you, I mess with you. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Fortunate in the industry, their friendship hit rocky waters when Bankroll Fresh began growing in his career as a rapper. According to No Plug,
like, our friendship always been good, you know what I'm saying? Until like a certain level of his career came about, you know what I'm saying?
They drifted further apart until the altercation at the 9, aka 9th Ward in Atlanta happened. It was late 2015, and a turkey drive was in effect for the community. No Plug's little cousin was giving back to the community in the 9th Ward in the form of toys for the kids, along with necessities like food. At the same time, Bankroll Fresh was doing the same, but in a different location, which was Allen Temple in Atlanta. Bankroll would finish giving back to that area and would call No Plug's cousin to come to the 9th Ward to join the giveaway there next. But at this point, him and No Plug's friendship, while still appreciated, was no longer on close terms. And when Bankroll Fresh
due to a kid's drive or something like that, am I right?
Arrived at the 9th Ward, No Plug and his affiliates denied him entry and escorted him out of their community. That incident was the straw that broke the camel's back for Bankroll Fresh. According to No Plug, that situation, along with jealousy in women, led the two former friends to become more and more like enemies. The problem was, this was no ordinary feud, as both portrayed themselves as street affiliated, with backgrounds infused with the vices and activities of that lifestyle. So when Bankroll Fresh approached No Plug on March 4th, 2016 at Exec Studios, with hostility still lingering about the incident in 9th Ward the year prior, nothing good was about to come from that altercation.
Word, they was homies, yo. Why they didn't contact each other in like a whole year?
Still, according to No Plug, he was past
I'm more
their
about
issues,
that. Like, if you got
and
beef with
instead
somebody, bro,
wanted
like,
to leave it in the past and
like,
move
contact
on.
them. If it ain't really that serious, no blood got dropped or anything like that, I'm gonna contact you. I'm gonna pull up on you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pull up on you in the right area, because some people, you pull up on them around like certain people, they gonna try to act tough and all that other stuff. It's like, yo, bro, like, hypothetically, I would tear this whole block up. You know what I mean? But anyway though, man, I'm trying to be nice because I came by myself.
However, continued to escalate the situation. That's when No Plug claims he turned to walk away and was sneak attacked, which led to a scuffle as they rode down the steps until their childhood mutual friend broke them apart.
Oh, so that's like the video we're about to see?
I buy the same products you do.
You buy the same products. Hey, yo, she's
only I get them much cheaper. I save hundreds of dollars a month by doing this one simple trick that
what you do?
I'm about to show you.
Don't
spend another dime shopping online until you watch this first.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers.
Shorty
like
just
Amazon.
came out of nowhere. Like, they shouldn't have edited that like that, man. They should have been a little more smooth.
Footage inside the studio would show the altercation.
Oh, March 4th.
No Plug enters the studio at around 10:36 p.m., March 4th, 2016.
It all started just after 10:30 p.m. on March 4th when rapper No Plug walks into Studio Execs in Atlanta with a group of friends.
Moments later, the two men are seen locked in a tussle before being separated. Everything seemed to be over. Both No Plug and Bankroll Fresh had their lives, but that was soon about to change in just a few minutes. No Plug and his affiliates get into their Dodge Charger and leaves. But minutes later at around 10:55 p.m., they return. But this time, surveillance video from outside the studio showed them being met with Bankroll Fresh and a brandished
Yo, what's good,
SKS
my guy?
rifle.
We doing a lot of
4
reaction
minutes
to
away
this
from
real fast, my
disaster,
boy.
Bankroll Fresh points the rifle. Next, a group of
Love,
his affiliates
bro,
exit the studio, all armed. 10:59 p.m., with No Plug and his affiliates in the vehicle. What appears to be a back and
Which I
forth
want to see
between
next,
both
man. Put that down in the
begins.
comments.
According to No Plug, They
We'll talk
returned
about
to the
whatever y'all
studio
wanna
in the
talk about.
vehicle because they realized his phone was dropped in the fight earlier and was asking for it back. But Bankroll Fresh's pistol was also dropped in the fight, and No Plug's crew picked it up. So No Plug was proposing a trade, but Bankroll wanted the pistol back
phone
first.
for-
When No Plug refused to do that, he
Is that even a fair trade? You know what I mean? It is, but it's not. To me, it's like, yo, bro, you got a weapon. You got my weapon. And it's like, you want me to trade with you? How I know you're not going to use that weapon on me? You know what I'm saying? And take your stuff back. Nah, we ain't doing
emotions
that.
got too high, and
We should be
Bankroll
cool,
fires
but we
off
ain't
a
doing
shot
that.
at the vehicle.
He has his gun out.
Yeah.
So he actually points the gun at you,
Yeah.
points the gun at you and shoots at you?
Well, I didn't see when he shot, but a hole hit like the door, the back door of the vehicle that I was in.
Seconds later, the moments where Bankroll suffered a critical injury, No Plug's vehicle pulls off. Bankroll Fresh walks back inside, but within that fraction of a second, a shot fires back from No Plug's vehicle, shattering the glass and penetrating Bankroll Fresh in his hip. The rush was now on to save Bankroll Fresh's life. 11:01 p.m., Bankroll is hoisted by two of his affiliates, carrying him into a vehicle where they took him to Hughes Spalding Hospital, all while shots are still being fired in the direction of the studio. Authorities would respond to the Street Exec studio a little after 11 p.m. That night, after reports of a shooting, they would find a large crowd running away from the location, but Bankroll Fresh was already taken to the hospital. Sadly, 28-year-old Trentavious White, also known as Bankroll Fresh, succumbed to his injuries shortly before midnight. At the scene of the crime, it was reported that at least 50 shell casings were found on the ground outside the studio. Neighbors and business owners woke up to find bullet holes in their homes, vehicles, and storefronts. It was like a battle had
Bro, when was this in the story, bro? All I heard was old boy shot one time, other one, know what I'm saying, return fire one time, popped in the hip. And that's it. Now all of a sudden, this is multiple, you know what I'm saying, bullets.
And quite frankly, it did. As the surrounding community was trying to deal with the turmoil happening right in their vicinity, it turns out the studio has been labeled as the place for crimes in the past. In November of 2015, neighbors in the Underwood Hills Neighborhood Association have blamed the studio for recent shootings, assaults, car break-ins, and other repeat crimes.
People in that area like, man, we gotta take
the
that.
owner, Charlie
Put that somewhere
Jabali,
else, that studio somewhere
responded
else.
to those complaints and said that he met with city leaders about safety and his future there. He also stated he worked to bring in new security and a new studio manager in an effort to keep noise and other problems down.
But that is crazy. Like, if somebody trying to do something like this for the community, like I got a studio or something like that, and yo, I got to hire security and all this other stuff, man.
But with
that's the
Bankroll's
ridiculous
passing,
part, bro.
it
I
seemed the issues
understand, like,
were
you gotta
unresolved.
protect. Come on, bro.
Investigators was hot on the case,
That's what
and the surveillance
kids and all this
footage
other stuff
would be
come out, man.
key
It's
to
supposed be a
figuring
safe
out
place.
if No Plug, who at the time was the main suspect, would face charges. With the footage showing what looks like Bankroll firing the first shot, an eyewitness like Bankroll's manager confirming Bankroll escalated the situation, No Plug gave his testimony and was off the hook. The case remained open until 2 years later on July 2nd, 2018, when an official report was made that the case was closed. The person identified as the shooter wasn't No Plug, but one of his affiliates in the vehicle, but due to the footage showing Bankroll Fresh as the aggressor in the altercation, it was ruled as self-defense.
Police determined a man inside the car with No Plug fired that fatal shot, but ruled it was self-defense because Bankroll fired first. And that, folks, is why APD closed the case.
Call it coincidence, or a continuation of the feud still stemming from times past. But on the day the case was closed, Trentavious White, also known as Bankroll Fresh's family's house, was fired upon while his mother and cousin were present. His cousin was grazed by bullets on her thigh and shoulder.
A family that still hasn't accepted the tragic loss of their loved one, Atlanta rapper Bankroll Fresh, as they now go through a painful experience that serves as a reminder, gunfire, fear, as several shots are fired into their home in the middle of the night. And inside the home at the time, Bankroll Fresh's mother and cousin, both alarmed by the sound of gunfire. According to police, someone drove by the home on Smith Street, firing 17 shots with a semi-automatic high-powered rifle, all into the front bedroom. The 24-year-old woman, who is the rapper's cousin, was grazed by bullets in her thigh and shoulder. She's recovering from the injuries.
To this day, conflicting reports have been circulated.
That game, whatever game this is, this look alright. As soon as you play it, it may not be nothing like this, right? What is this game? That's just wow. I'll probably look for that later.
Been circulating involving the night that Bankroll Fresh
Don't forget to like, subscribe, my
lost
guys.
his life. Some report that No Plug wasn't at the studio for music purposes, as he stated, but was invited to the studio by a mutual friend to resolve issues between him and Bankroll Fresh. But things took a turn for the worst.
It turns out Bankroll Fresh was a failed attempt to make peace between two feuding rappers. 11 Alive has learned a mutual friend invited Mendez Owens, a rapper who goes by the name No Plug, into the studio that night of the 2016 shooting. It was all an attempt to settle a disagreement that he had with Bankroll Fresh, but a fight quickly broke out inside the studio. It spilled out into the streets.
Others, like Bankroll Fresh's cousin, Street Money Bushi, who was present the night of his passing, stated in the interview that No Plug was lying about how things went down. He stated Bankroll Fresh wanted to fight it out and settle any problems they had, but guns got into play because No Plug was the one clutching his weapon, not wanting to fight it out with Bankroll Fresh without guns involved.
Like, man, I'm a man, nigga. Let gladiator die. You know what I mean? Nigga, anybody can shoot. You know what I mean? Let gladiator die. You know what I mean? Fresh even told him when he came outside with his deep, like, because Fred heard him talking on the phone, like, man.
I be wanting a neck tat, but bro, look how small my neck is, my guy. Like, if I get a neck tat, something I go like this, you ain't even gonna see it. But anyway, no, man.
They just jumped me. You know what I mean? And when Fred caught it and heard him, he like, nigga, we ain't jumped you. You know what I mean? He like, get out the car, I'm gonna beat you again. You know what I mean? One-on-one. You know what I mean? And he thought about how he finna put the gun on the ground. He thought about it like, hell no, I can't shit no. You know what I mean? And he like looking for like he want to get somebody.
Sadly, Bankroll Fresh isn't here to tell his side. Life is fragile.
R.I.P.
What's even more fragile are friendships. No Plug and Bankroll Fresh came up with dreams of making it big together. That dream became a reality, but unfortunately, they became divided. What's even more heartbreaking is that Bankroll Fresh was the one who influenced No Plug to start rapping.
God, he was the person who came to me last year and told me to start rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Now Bankroll Fresh is gone over something that could have been communicated and made
very
peace with.
easily.
And No Plug has to carry the burden of what happened to his childhood friend, bearing all the regrets how his life was lost. Rest in peace,
like
Bankroll Fresh.
R.I.P. Act crazy. All right, man. Let's see what we got next, yo. It's something I wanted to look at. Let's see. This got something to do with rap, so. Yeah. Little JoJo, that was crazy. I wanted to do this, yo. It's something. Like, I heard a couple of music from him. I ain't gonna stop. I like this character. Like, if I was a rapper, that would definitely be probably like a character I would go for. Cause like I'm not trying to. I wouldn't try to bring hood. Like I don't even try to bring hood into like this YouTube channel or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like I did my dirt when I did my dirt when I was young, but it's like man, I'm not gonna celebrate it. I'm not gonna do none of that. But I will say even is even. Like if somebody, like if you hustling for the right reasons, bro. Cause not everybody. It's like a job, bro. Not everybody like jobbing in school ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? Some people just may be good at hustling things, regardless whether it is. Man, I don't even care if you selling drawers. You know what I'm saying? I know homies that's selling drawers and white beaters and socks and making a killing. You know what I mean? Like, bro, your hustle is your hustle. You feel me? But anyway, we proceed. Next reaction. Told you I got me for about an hour or so. All right, we straight. That's Apollo making all that damn noise. Come here. Come on. All the way over there, you hear me?
In 2004, Bay Area rapper Mac Dre was killed in Kansas City.
KC too, yo.
Pulled up alongside his van.
That's like my second home, bro. Definitely shout out to Kansas and Missouri.
Fired and sped off.
There were rumors, which police said were false, that Fat Tone did it. Dow claims he didn't think so. In 2005, he invited Fat Tone to Las Vegas to meet Snoop Dogg. Dow is seen leaving a casino with Fat Tone and Cowboy. He claims they went their separate ways.
I don't know where they went, but he says he has some business to handle.
1992. Andre Lewis Hicks.
Who's that? 20, 30? Is it 30 or 20? 30? 30 is 30. 31, 29, 30. Am I right? 31 years or something like that?
Known by his peers and the music industry as Mac Dre, got embroiled in a series of events that sent him down a path that would end with him losing his life. That year, Mac Dre was on a pursuit to boost his music career, launching the label Romper Room Records. At the same time, law enforcement was particularly interested in solving the string of robberies that took place at pizza shops in the Viejo area where Mac Dre moved to from Oakland.
Well, I was born in the O, the big Oak town. Oakland, California. That's where my mama spit me out. But immediately we was rushed to Vallejo.
March 26, 1992. Mac Dre was in a vehicle along with his friends, Jamal David Diggs, also known
I'm about to
as
say,
J.
bro,
Diggs,
this picture look recent as hell. I thought he passed away in that too. Hold up.
and Simon Curtis Nelson, also known as Kilo Kurt. According to reports, Mac Dre and his friends were intercepted by officers of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, as well as Viejo police on their way back out of Fresno. The basis for the arrest were on charges of conspiracy to commit burglary. FBI reports state that Mac Dre's associates were out casing a Fresno.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, got the ass. We definitely gonna watch the ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely support the homie. Well, this channel. You know what I mean?
Opera GX is my preferred browser. I used to use Chrome, and then I finally opened my third eye. Chrome just is a
Wait,
giant.
what the heck? Your third eye? You need to worry about your second eye. Hold up. Nah. That's just the way. Nah, forgive me.
Fresno
my guy.
Bank with plans of committing a heist. But a local news crew had caught wind of the incident over the police scanner and had prematurely gone to the bank, promoting them to abort mission.
Man, if when we go live later, y'all want me to react to anything that's live, that's something like this or something like that, that's from y'all cultures, make sure it's English and stuff. Or just a little bit of English, so I could kind of understand it. I would definitely go live, and I'm saying we could chop it up.
Mac Dre, being innocent of the crime, refused to turn into an informant to be used against his associates.
Right.
So he was imprisoned along with them.
Right.
He would be sentenced to 5 years, while J. Diggs and Kilo Kurt received 10 years.
35 FBI agents, police and everything. They said that we was out in Fresno casing banks, plotting on robbing the bank.
No bank was robbed.
While it seemed harsh for such a stern punishment for Mac Dre, given he wasn't involved,
Like even now, but back then, yo, like bad cops used to really put dirt on people. And that's the problem. It's the people. It's not really the cop. It's the people y'all need to get out.
the incentive behind their motive could have been fueled by Mac Dre's disrespect towards members of the law in his song Punk Police, where he went as far as calling officials out by name.
And I'ma dedicate this to Detective McGraw.
As you imagine, That caused a stir and placed a target on Mac Dre's back by law enforcement.
So is it true that before the Vallejo police were, annoyed at you because you had written the song Punk Police?
Yeah, they hated it. I had everybody singing the song Punk.
Information would surface with more details on the bust, stating that a third friend was in the vehicle, Corey Dunn. Apparently, Dunn was flipped to an informant by the FBI and wore a wire while in the vehicle, leading the cops right to Mac Dre and his associates. Later on, August 24, 2010, Corey Dunn was found deceased with multiple bullet wounds. Jay Diggs would later reveal Mac Dre could have walked free from the charges, of which he was innocent, if he gave the cops the information they wanted against him. But he stayed true to the bond.
Bro, if I was innocent, I'm still like, what am I giving you if I'm innocent?
And code they lived by, and did his time, as opposed to Corey Dunn, who he labeled in gang culture a rat. 4 years later, in 1996, Mac Dre is released earlier than his full sentence, mainly assumed to be due to good behavior, and his freedom was invested in turning his focus to solidify his spot in the music industry. He would launch the label Fizz Entertainment, meant to realize his dream as the hip-hop mogul of the Bay Area, but instead led to his untimely end. Mac Dre was on a high, taking over the Bay Area and building a buzz in the international scene. His music attracted fans from all races, all walks of life.
I got fans, like, you come to the Mac Dre show, man, you might see any kind of person there.
He was talented, with a future that would place him at the top of the rap hierarchy. His music and fame was reaching as far as exotic islands like Hawaii. But Mac Dre was still learning how to navigate from the gang-influenced life he's accustomed to and his new fame as an artist. This would be his undoing in 2004. Reports state that a promoter referred to as Damon Whitmill saw the opportunity to profit in hosting a concert with Bay Area artists like Mac Dre, who were taking over the music scene. With that idea in mind, he booked a number of Bay Area artists like Mac Dre, Keek the Sneak, and Yuckmouth, along with a bunch of others for Halloween weekend. Whitmill would later convey information breaking down what transpired between him and Mac Dre on the weekend that he lost his life. Whitmill and Mac Dre allegedly made an agreement to the total sum of $12,500, where Mac Dre would receive $6,000 upfront, along with paid airfare and stay in Kansas City for him and other artists. October 27, 2004, Mac Dre, along with other Bay Area artists, arrived in Kansas City, where they were allegedly driven around by an acquaintance of Mac Dre by the name of Savino Davila. Once settled in, Mac Dre proceeded to begin to honor
Savina Davila. Is that a cop or something?
Contractual obligations in the form of radio appearances and record signings at local music stores. It was from there.
Crazy. Oh,
as I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now. Wish me luck. Grammarly
Definitely gotta, know what I'm saying, play this for a little bit. Salute.
has again been a lifesaver with my
little bit.
application,
Yeah,
helping me
definitely,
write
once
my
again,
personal
man, go
statement
support this
and
channel,
see
yo.
It was from there where things apparently began taking a turn for the worst, setting events in motion.
Great. Yeah, that's right. My boy, if you don't have it
Resulting in Mac Dre's demise. Reports state that according to Whitmill, Mac Dre was unprofessional in his dealings, arriving late to his obligations and leaving early, which caused another issue for the weekend shows, as the record signed.
when rappers do that, I don't know what be on like certain rappers' mind, because certain of them, like, they'll do that to a spot where it's like, that kind of don't deserve none of that. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be late, then you want to act up, then you don't perform and all this other stuff like that. Now, some of them I can understand, like, they'll get it mixed up by saying this is a walkthrough and people thinking that this is an actual concert or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, completely understand that, but you definitely got to separate the two to make sure, like,
Signing at Byron Robinson's music
You know what
store
I mean? Like,
also
I thought
acted
I was
as
just coming
promotion
for a
for the
walk,
event.
know what I'm saying?
The end result
It's a
was
regular
disappointment from the promoter, the store owner, and fans of the popular Bay Area rapper Mac Dre. Friday, October 29th. It was the big show and a chance for Whitmill to make big on his efforts. But according to him, yet again, Mac Dre arrived late, resulting in him having to rent the venue for extra time to accommodate Mac Dre's tardiness. However, the night was only about to get worse. According to both Whitmill and his alleged DJ that night, Mac Dre's entire entourage of 20-plus people rushed the stage, which resulted in fans also following suit. The issue was cause for the music to be cut off numerous times due to security reasons, until finally, the show was shut down. This is where Mac Dre made a big error. Keek the Sneak, along with Yuck Mouth, felt a negative presence at the show. According to them, there was tension, and the turnout was horrible, so they performed and left without receiving the other end of their payment. They told the promoter to wire them the funds and got out of Kansas City.
So it was 2 shows. I made it to 1 show, but me and my wife was going to Hawaii the next day, and I couldn't make it to the show that Mac Dre died. The same band that picked me up, took me to the airport, brought me to the show and all that, was the band that Dre died in, you know what I mean? I just feel like it was a lot of friction, you know what I'm talking about?
I felt it, the vibe when I was out there. I felt it when we was at the show, you know what I mean? When we, you know what I mean? It was some type of tension I didn't even know of, but it was some tension backstage. I'm like, I don't even want to be around here, period. So I left. A couple other people left. We all left, only Dre.
Well, you say the tension between who? You know what I'm saying? The owner and, you know what I'm saying, the rappers?
Whatever the reason, Mac Dre stayed while they left, in an attempt to recoup lost funds on what seemed like a failed event. The promoter allegedly booked Mac Dre to perform at a Halloween party Sunday the 31st, 2004, to close off the weekend. According to other sources like Jay Diggs, Mac Dre was scheduled to be there but ended up in an altercation with the promoter. From all appearances, Mac Dre showed up and did his part. But when it was time to leave, the promoter was refusing to pay the remaining sum owed, as he wanted Mac Dre to stay longer. However, the promoter tells a different story, stating that Mac Dre again showed up late, and instead of trying to live up to his obligations, he allegedly left after 30 minutes without even performing. Davila, who spoke with Mac Dre before he arrived at the event, would allegedly later tell detectives that Mac Dre mentioned to him he didn't feel safe due to the nature of how things were organized. At this point, Whitmill, the promoter, is left at the event while Mac Dre leaves after the argument in a white van, allegedly driven by a man by the name of Pierce. Mac Dre would never make it back to his hotel. Reporters state that around 2:30 a.m., the white van was traveling northbound on Highway 71, just south of 75th Street, when a dark sedan pulled alongside the driver's side of the van and unloaded upwards of 30 bullets from 2 separate guns, an automatic rifle, and a .45 pistol.
On Interstate 70, a group of armed men in a stolen car pulled up alongside his van, fired, and sped off.
The sedan rammed the driver's side of the van in between taking shots at it. The van would lose control and plunge into a ditch, tossing Mac Dre from the vehicle, while the driver crawled from the wreckage and ran to the hotel for help. At approximately 3:30 a.m., an hour after the incident occurred, police would arrive at the scene to find a motionless Mac Dre with a bullet wound to the back of his neck. He was pronounced deceased at the scene. The black vehicle used in the homicide would be found later on with shell casings matching those at the scene, and holes from inside the door indicated the shooter fired from inside the vehicle rather than hanging outside. Further confirmation it was the vehicle in the crime was found in the white paint along the passenger side of the door where the white van was rammed in the attack. Mac Dre's passing shook the entire Bay Area. To them, he was a legend gone far too soon. But the question plaguing everyone's mind was, who was responsible? Many of those fingers pointed to a Kansas City rapper by the name of Anthony Watkins, also known as Fat Tone. Rumor began circulating that Fat Tone and Mac Dre had a falling out that weekend before Dre was murdered. The allegations of his involvement were later escalated when another rumor, even more sinister than the last, began circulating. It stated that Fat Tone released a song dissing Mac Dre and hinting at being responsible for his passing. As it turned out, that seemed far from the truth, as no one has ever claimed to hear the song.
Terrible. You know, that situation happened, and then the streets start talking. Everyone starts saying, oh, it was Fat Tone. It was Fat Tone. Because Fat Tone has a song called, where he says, I killed the Thizzle Man, and so forth. But I've never
heard of it. People just speculating like
ads on YouTube must be so.
I mean? That's why I was like, I'm kind of happy.
Annoying.
But
with 3 clicks, you can install an ad blocker, and you'll never see ads again. Step 1: go to ad.
It's like people never really give you a real story. They just want to be first at it.
I've never heard that.
Like, even when I start doing my my blogging, which I will, you know what I'm saying, just telling you like when things happen, pop up and stuff like that, I'll be dropping videos. But I'm not trying to be the first. I'm just trying to be correct and make sure that whatever I talk about, it's a learning lesson. Like you could take something from it. I don't want to just waste time. Like even like the live that I'm doing now. It's like I'm not trying to be a hypocrite or judgmental or anything and stuff like that, because he is talking about the streets as well as like rap and stuff like that. But it's like you still. I'm trying not to give people options. I'm just trying to make people like be like, oh, I kind of see what you're saying. I may have to change my opinion. You may do the same thing. But anyway, man. Let's get back to this.
Me neither.
You see what I'm saying? And he publicly denied it. He said, "Nah, I had love for Mac Dre."
I don't want to be a blogger to be like, "Yo, it's a song that nobody never heard." Bro, that's cat. I don't want to be cat.
They had songs together.
From friends of Mac Dre to enemies, they all agree Fat Tone wasn't responsible for Mac Dre's passing. But it was too late. On May 3rd, 2005, assailants would retaliate for Mac Dre, taking Fat Tone's life along with another associate by the name of Jermaine Atkins, also known as Cowboy, and a possible female witness by the name of Lee Larson, who later lost her life.
In 2004, Bay Area rapper Mac Dre was killed in Kansas City. There were rumors, which police said were false, that Fat Tone did it.
He's among the most popular local rap artists, touting 5 CDs, including this new release. But after the murder of Mac Dre, Fat Tone's name began circulating in hip-hop e-magazines and websites as a possible suspect. Kansas City police followed the sites, but never considered Watkins more than a person of interest. Now Fat Tone is murdered while visiting Vegas. The two murders months apart.
The bodies of Fat Tone and Cowboy found near a construction site. A car, which prosecutors argue was connected to the scene, found torched in California 2 days later. Police also pointed to Dow's link to his co-defendant Jason Mathis, and a woman who was found murdered in California later that year before Dow was in custody.
The suspects, Andre Dow, also
Bro, there's a lot going on with this story, my guy. Like
known as Mac Minister, and associate Jason Atkins,
like the
also
hits
known as
look correct.
Corleone.
Like they look like they moving sloppy, but whoever doing the hits, it looked like they was moving correct. I think I seen something in the comments. It was like, let's see. No, that wasn't it. It was one of these that was like, yo, a lot of people just know like it was the boys that had something to do with it or something like that. I forgot though. But
were later apprehended after they were the last persons caught on footage that night, leaving the casino with Fat Tone.
Put me on.
What's more, police claim Mac Minister invited Fat Tone out to Vegas with the idea that he had connections with Snoop Dogg and was organizing an introduction, only to have Fat Tone set up. Although he wasn't charged for the hit on her, Mac Minister will also be tied to the homicide of Lee Larson after unearthing she was allegedly engaged to his accomplice and was a possible witness to their crime. Mac Minister and Jason Mathis was found guilty and sentenced to 4 life sentences without parole in 2008. After serving 16 years behind bars, Mac Minister still proclaims his innocence and is on a new mission to be freed after the testimony of a witness at the time is now recanting his testimony.
I just want to make a record. He testified against my client in trial. I know.
As attorney Robert DeMarco argues for Dow's freedom, the 8 News Now investigators have been following closely. One major development, this witness who testified against Dow now says he lied.
It's been under conscience and you deeply regret making the false testimony and statements against Mr. Dow, correct? Correct.
As time proceeded, the passing of Mac Dre continued to haunt the Bay Area, his family, and friends. A rapper by the name of JT the Bigger Figure.
Yo, when it comes to things like that, yo, like somebody lying on you and thing, and the next thing you know, like, I don't know what they be like, nah, I'm lying. Because now you making it even hard for me to even get out, because now they're going to actually threaten you and all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, no, he just lied. You had me in here. I want to know, like, can I sue somebody for that or anything like that? Y'all let me know that down in the comments, yo. Yeah, I do know.
Recently went live on his profile,
states is all different.
allegedly exposing the true betrayal of Mac Dre, stating that it was his own friend Jay Diggs, along with Kilo Kurt, who set him up to be taken out so that they can take ownership of his label.
If you know the history, you know Mac Dre was booked at 2 shows in Kansas City. He was booked for 2 shows on the same night. Okay? Kilo Kurt was not happy about this. He was feeling some kind of way. So when you see Kilo Kurt and Jay Diggs, they're talking about RIP Mac Dre, and they got the Mac Dre chains, and they made all that money, nigga, off Mac Dre, and his little daughter was out there starving. Yeah. Some backdoor happened with Mac Dre.
Jay Diggs would respond, shutting down any truth to the allegations.
Make up the story, then he start freestyling it and all that. Well, none of that makes sense. None of that add up. I really wouldn't be doing it. I'm not doing it for JT. He need the views. He need the likes, because that's the kind of he is. That's all he on. That's all he do. You see what he do.
And that's the crazy thing on, like, the OGs and stuff like that. They get on social media and do things like that, like they young. You know what I mean? To me, it's funny. It's like, bro, because y'all pop all this lip to the young heads, like, oh, yeah, they did that, but you're alone, like, a lot of these old heads do the same thing y'all do. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Jay Diggs also made it known on an interview with Vlad TV that the ones responsible for Mac Dre's passing also paid with their life later on. One person's passing led to so much bloodshed, a legend engraved in hip-hop always to be remembered. Rest in peace, Mac Dre.
RP. Yo, what's good, my guy? My boy, what up with you? I ain't even see your comment for a second. I don't even know why it's not popping up. Oh, there you go. Okay, I see it now. Yo, my guy, man, what up? I'm trying to see what we about to watch right now. What you want to watch, my boy? Let me know. We'll do a live reaction. No music, though. Music is kind of hard. That's where you get blocked and copyrights and all that other stuff. I mean, we ain't trying to do that. That ain't trying to do that. You know what I mean, my boy? I'm trying to see. So many other things. Let me see. Two streets and wall between Landmark. Wait, what is this right here? Actually, you know what? Let me do this right here. Oh, no, we're not gonna do it. Okay. Since I clicked on that, I guess we're gonna have to do it, right? see what they're talking about with this one. Sometimes I don't like clicking on these because, like, yo, some of these motherfuckers be cat. Some of these motherfuckers be cat. They be lying here. Like this right here. I don't got a cop. Do it got comments? I don't see it yet. All right, my boy, come on, yo. You all spinning. You all spinning. I'm trying to get to this work. There you go. All right, we gotta just let it download for a second, man. But what up with you, my guy? How y'all doing this fine? What is today? Thursday. I got something to do. I'm bugging. Got another hour. Well, not really another hour. We got about 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Then I gotta get ready for the baby. I'm gonna go live later. Definitely. This time I got my sleep. You know what I mean? So ain't no need for me to take a nap or anything like that. So what time y'all want me to go to sleep, yo? Watch some DMD podcast. I seen the link on IG. All right, good looks, yo. Let's see. We could just look at it right now. Let me see. I'm going to look at it right now, my boy. You said DMD. Where? DMD? Episode. It's a little slow. I ain't a little slow. It ain't too slow, but slow enough to actually make me be like, oh, shit. That's the back. That mother ain't even telling me. All right. It's loading up. So while it's loading up, we are gonna actually. I got a bump on my head or something, bro. Sometimes I wear the beanie because, yo, the way this shit got my forehead looking, crazy. Yeah, I do gun myself, know what I mean? I Eminem myself so nobody else can really do it too much. Because if you try to joke with me or something, it's like, I say that shit myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good cracker. Like, I crack like crazy, bro. I mean, I bet I am. I'm saying? I ain't scared of nobody. Out your goddamn mind, you know what I mean? And I'm a lone wolf. Anyway, yo. I'm trying to see. All right, let's see. Bro, I am not trying. No. We waited all this time for me to go back. I do none of that.
So you know what is Dirt actually
from?
My block,
you know, we out for 6-4, you know, and shit like that. But you know, he went his route.
Right, which one you want me to do, yo?
From before us, and we going what we on. Just
word,
niggas get older.
Right,
shit, he feel like he on what he on, and we on what we on. Type shit. It is what it is. Like whatever happened in the streets, that's what happened. But he chose his side, and he's sticking to what we sticking to.
What's up? What it do? Integrity TV, tap in, man. A lot of the fans been inquiring about what's to this little Dirt and Land Run situation. You know, the internet go pump it up like Joe Budden, but they promised to keep that in the streets like a 40 bottle. They said Dirt done chose his side. Smirky said it is what it is, and he had a special message for Jesse and Rico. Check him out.
Which one though?
I gave you 100, they ain't give a sleeve. Jesse, please, act like you so solid, but you built the cheese. Richo, please, I'm the one who sent money, nigga, go check receipts. Man.
Bro, what the world? Anyway, man, let's see. I'm looking at it right now. You say you sent it to me? I don't see it, bro. I'm on. Which one is it? It says live podcast, but you want me to do. Oh, on your. All right, that's two different counts. You know what I mean? Good luck. Let me see. you want me to do this one. All right. Let me look this up. I think it's right here. I'm a middle child. So this conversation is going to be pretty good. Listen, being a middle, I'm the middle child and I'm the oldest child. Like, if that makes sense. I'm the oldest to my father. I'm the middle to my mother. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like the protector. You know what I'm saying? For my father. More so being the older brother. And then like, it like kind of like brush off even as like my older brother. Because it's like, my older brother will protect me no matter what. But it's like more of the other way around, like I'll protect them fast too. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like I still got that. Damn, I am my older brother, so it's like it's weird. It's weird, Joe. But anyway, this is the reaction I'm saying the homie wanted me to do. Y'all definitely go and support his channel. That's it right here, right? So let's just load up, my boy. Yeah, that's it. All right. We just waiting for this to load up. After that, my boys, then we get into this work. Jesus Christ. Is it because it's an hour long? Oh, shit. I got 10 minutes, yo. I was trying to figure it out, but y'all kept seeing me look down. I'm looking at the live as well as I'm getting text messages because I got something to do. You know what I mean? But I think if I go live late nights, y'all mess with me a little bit more. Like, what time y'all think is the best time to go live? You know what I'm saying, for this channel? Bro, we still waiting, my boy. Oh shit! I didn't even do that. All right, let's get it. DMD.
We can get into it like that. Obviously, that man there's in the building. Hashtag DMD podcast, myself, Smoke.
Come on, Big Rome, you can't even clone.
Big Wezzle, no intro, you're done now. Yeah, man, I've got
you're done now.
Special guest.
Wait, man didn't even know we was rolling, you know.
That's it, yeah. Oh, yeah, let me get this straight. They all UK are, they all like the Jamaican and stuff like that. Because the one in the white, he sounds Jamaican-ish. Now I'm saying, y'all let me
I didn't even know it was rolling, man. Until I saw the smoothness, yeah, I was like, all right, we're in. We're in, all right.
In, man. What you say? Introduce yourself to
my name's Aaron. The platform's Raising Voice to Men.
I got you, cuz. I'm definitely going to be doing a reaction to them, yo.
Yeah, man. Come on. You're all over the internet right now, man. And only positive reasons, my guy.
You're going to fix yourself out. Know what I'm saying? I know it looks
this
like...
is far.
This
is far. You know what? I'm putting it out there.
Damn.
No more podcasts in these ends. The amount of messages I get that come to this, like, will you come on our podcast? And I'm like, I always, like, quick postcode check in it. And I'm like, but for you, man, I was like, no, it's calm.
No, man, appreciate the love. Trust me.
So wait. So it's they podcast. These two right here, the ones that I posted, is they podcast, right? Let me get that right.
We know where you just said you come from, blood.
Yeah, just invoice Smokes the thing and Smokes and need
it. And something still. You
just
get
the Nando's will do, you know.
Yeah. Don't worry, we got the Nando. Next event where we buck up, we got you the Nando still. We must buck up on another.
That's how we linked up, innit?
Yeah, we linked up at Big Up Dirty.
Yeah.
He's gonna call it. He's gonna call it manifestation.
Man can't get his words out.
No, you know why? You know why?
You know why? You know what's like?
Because you know, and who don't look at straight away?
I told you about the spliff.
Manifestation. But I know this guy. Manifestation. Now you know why? Because man was no, it's not manifestation. Yeah, man was saying, "Yo,
no joke, fam."
We was like, I want to chat. I want to chat.
Yo, bro, that's hard, man. And them, but yeah.
Keep seeing your videos.
I didn't want to. I don't mind the social media thing. I didn't want to do the social media thing. I said, listen, I need to see this guy
face to face,
and direct, face to face.
Yeah.
Organic thing. And then boom, when the event and Dirty was putting it together, and I said, yeah, I want to chat to my man. Boom, and then.
But we got there. I'm not gonna lie. I said to Smokes. I said, Smokes, when we see my man, you know what it is.
Yeah, we have to chat to him instant.
Man. I'm saying it like it's beef.
No, saying.
No, because man, family was no games.
No, because man respected what you obviously like. Because I wasn't following, but you always come up on my time, and I told you, the kid's mom, she would send like, she would never listen to pods. I was trying to get her on pods for years. Like, yo, listen to this pod. Dude, I don't like pods. Rare. And then one day, I get an iMessage. And she sends me your thing. I know this was right. I was like, what shit? He said, don't send me no shit. Like, I was
it's from her.
Yeah.
Because it's from her. You're not even you.
And the content, I was thinking, okay. And then after, you know, the algorithm sometimes. Because now,
Bro, y'all got more stuff like this now, I'm saying. Definitely let me know that.
You sent me this.
Down in the comments, yo.
It's like you're coming on my timeline
This
all
look like
the
this
time.
very
Like
interesting,
it
yo.
infected you. Like.
Yeah, and then I started
Alright,
watching
with
your
the
content
dreads.
more. I'm like, no, this is cold. And then I
Alright,
saw that you have the
okay,
song on there.
okay,
And I
got
saw
you,
Bear.
got
I was
you.
like,
So it's
nah,
three
he's
of them,
talking
alright.
real facts. And then me and him was having a debate.
I like
He's
the
saying,
setup,
but my
bro.
man's gone through some real things. I'm saying, how you know?
Yeah,
he's
this is
gone
before
through
we met you.
real
Real
things? How you know
things.
he's gone through real things, fam? Like, he might not know how to happen. You get me? So that's how we got him. You know.
No, you know what? From
We
when I
linked up.
saw you, like I said, it was love, like the approach and everything, and that's organic, like because people will. Like I've had people message me, and I'll read it, and it'll be like, "Yeah, we're starting a podcast.
You're not even
You get me?
in-
We're
yeah.
starting a
Words.
podcast next
Oh.
month. Like, we'd love to have you on." And I'm like, I don't even respond because I'm like, it ain't that easy. Like,
Word.
man had to
Word.
start from the bottom. Like,
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
what you
yeah.
see
Word.
now is like 2-3 years.
Bruh, like this like my YouTube channel, right? Like I started this like 4.5 years ago or something like that. And this is like the same time where everybody still was like telling people like, yo, sub for a sub and all that other stuff. And I'm like, bruh, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just work my way up like I usually do everything else. You know what I mean? That's why I say sometimes it's so like you look at my subs, like 3,000. That's all people that's just clicking. There ain't no sub for sub or anything like that. That was just me and my hard work. You know what I mean? But anyway, yo.
Yes.
Like I couldn't call someone up or text someone like that had X amount of followers when I was just starting and be like, you know what? Man wants to get you on, innit?
No, it's not.
Unless I connect with you organically, then I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's what this was. So.
No, 100.
Oh, I'm in 4K now. Is it? I'm in 4K.
Yeah, we've been going in still. There's been ups and downs, and it's not
Yeah,
easy. It's not
transfers.
easy road. Everyone thinks you can just
transfers.
Yeah, there's
and
been
loans.
transfers, man.
Yeah.
Logo
Yeah,
change,
fam.
everything.
I definitely want to
Yeah,
do a
so
podcast. I won't call this more of a podcast. I don't really want to podcast too much, but I like the streaming. I like doing this right here. You know what I'm saying?
Terminating
fam.
contracts and bits.
Yeah, man, but we're still striving through, and people think that starting a pod or getting on the internet it's easy. It's not.
It's
To
not
stay
at all.
consistent
I
and
had a
maintain it
podcast
is one of
before
the
we
hardest
just stopped.
things.
And people
but-
don't see. You know what it is? It's like having a podcast is becoming like having a mixtape back in the day.
Yes.
You get
Yes.
me? Like, oh, man's got a mixtape. Or man can get you in studio, you know? Like,
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
man,
Oh,
certain
man
man will
get
use
you in studio.
podcasts to link girl and be like, oh, you know what? I can get you on my podcast. Like, man can get you on the album, innit? Like,
Yeah.
But
That's
nah, it's
hard.
not as simple as that. Like, it's consistent. Like, you man are bang, bang, bang. I was
We're
watching
trying,
the content. Yeah. But you have to be. Because the one time you're not, someone else pops up and takes your
Yes.
spot.
And then
Facts,
when we're
bro.
not, I'm not gonna lie, they're on us. Right, the way
Oh, it's
they're on-
abusive.
What?
Like,
Abusive.
wow,
Their
like-
life still is mad. It's mad.
I thought you lot were listeners.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. You might should just pack it up.
Yeah, man.
Even like this reaction thing, man. I thought it would be like easy and simple and all that other stuff. Now,
Why we got abused when we're not being
This is not-
consistent?
I put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
work
Message
in.
that.
That's why I always
What the
say,
fuck do you think you're doing to my life?
Yeah, bro.
I
them ones,
expect
you
this
know?
on a Monday.
Yeah, bro. It's not a joke. We get some shit, but we love it same way. You get me?
But that's because it's become a community, you know. Like when
Yes.
you look at that certain people, I look at certain people's pages, yeah, and they got
Sometimes
like
I don't
100K
like it
followers
when
or
it's like
But
that.
I look at the interaction and I look at like there's no community there.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like when I don't care how big your platform is, if you've got people really pushing you, you're gonna blow at some
Yes,
point.
yes. You need a
Yeah.
core
I
fan
did
base.
want to
I've
like
always said that. I've
a
always tried.
reaction like
Man, want to
community
compare
or
myself
something
to like J.
that.
Cole. Man, got to be the J. Cole, the pod, because man can do the Drake.
You talking about the authentic,
Yeah,
authentic,
bruv, the-
organic?
you know, with
Link
him,
up,
he can
definitely
go
link up,
missing
yo.
for a whole year
It
and
don't
come
matter.
out and his fan base is still there because he's got that core. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's DMD needs to be that.
But you know what? Touching on what you said, yeah, I have to say this to the ladies out there. I said this on my post yesterday, yeah. I said, please don't tag your baby dad into posts and don't send things on to your baby father because they think it's gonna do like it's gonna like you said, like you saw it and you was like, what's this?
Yeah, but
why are you sending this?
But like
brother,
it's disrespectful.
But what you have to understand, what you're doing, what you speak about is powerful. Bro.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
So even if a man's got his backup initially, if he actually listens, it's deeper than that. You understand?
Yeah.
So I get what you're trying to say to them, because not a wind-up thing. You obviously listen, and obviously, you're gonna get haters, blood, because they're like, man, are gonna be like, this motherfucker. They all love him. What the fuck, blood? They all like, you get what I'm saying? But if man actually listen to what you're saying, you understand what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel you. But it's like you said, it's certain man won't want to.
No.
They back want to give it
the ones that's not.
When they see your face, now the
ones that's not ready or they're not in that space that don't understand what you're talking about.
Bro, I've had certain men that don't follow me, but yet pop up on every post talking about, oh, you're pandering to women, and I'm like, how you even see it? You don't follow me in it, but you're seeing all of my posts, you're commenting, and I'm like, it's really getting certain man's back up. But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be the price of it, bro.
Energy,
I
don't care. So for you, where did it start for you, and how did you come to this stage? And
like the realness of it, the page became what it is now, probably this year. So I've had the page for like 2-3 years,
yeah.
And I wanted like a platform for me and my kids to look back on, and kind of like a virtual photo album, but videos in it.
Okay.
So it was just at the start, it was just me and my kids being silly and having pictures and doing videos and whatever. And then I went on one podcast about 2 years ago. Like, shout out to Jamie. I went on this guy called Jamie's podcast, and I just thought something told me, talk about your story. Like, I don't know what it is, but something said to me,
like,
just
who
talk
are
about
they?
Your story. So
reality, like, where are they from? They just dropping videos?
Me and my mum, and how my dad and my sisters lived over there.
Okay.
So like, I grew up on the same estate as my dad and his family, but dad never checked for me. Like, my dad weren't there for me. Like, so my sisters don't even claim me as their brother. There's a whole madness with that. So once I started talking about that, coming off the back of that, people wanted to know more. So I was like, you know what?
There's a lot of people dealing with the same
really
thing.
Too comfortable about it. Like, really going into details.
Yeah.
And that's the craziest thing. It's like the crazy thing in your life that you don't feel comfortable about talking about. It's like if you just had like a channel or something and talked about those things, it's like so many people would come and like be like, I'm probably dealing with the same problems. I know people that's like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's how you start your family.
But then over time, I was like, you know what, bun it. Like, this is your truth, innit? Like, whatever you've been through is not your fault. So own it. So this year I started talking more about my dad's stuff, more about co-parenting, more about failed relationships. I was like, fuck it. Like, everyone's been through something, that's what makes us all different.
100%.
And if we can just open up about what we've been through, we might be able to help someone else with what they're going through.
Because so many people relate. It's mad. You'd be mad
when
you're opening up. You'd be surprised at how much people actually relate to your story or that's going through something similar or something.
Because one thing OG told me before, like, yo, you don't call yourself a war, like, it was like how he said it, because I'm trying to word it correctly. It was like, you know how like some people, they go through so much stuff, but when they're in front of people, they smile. And then you're like, yo, real warriors don't smile. Like, when you're going through things or when you're not going through things, like people, like, talk to people is kind of like what he was trying to say, or like vent it in your own way, so people, because some people can look through that fake smile. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, yo.
It's in the same ballpark. It might not be exactly the same, but it is something the same to you.
And you know the realness of it, and I'll be 100% honest. What was pushing me more was thinking to myself, Rare, I'm gonna be speaking. It's almost like I'm speaking to my dad, but back then, like, you know what, Rare, if this platform was around X amount of years ago, maybe my dad would have seen a video and thought, you know what, let me fix up.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so my question to you asks about that because do you feel, though, those years ago, you were in a place where you could have expressed yourself the way you can now as a man with children?
No, but...
You get what I mean?
But I'm very much for men and men accountability, So like you boy, I don't know how long you lot have known each other, but I'd like to think if one of you was messing up, the other two are going to be like, you know what? You need to fix up, innit?
I kind of understand that part, but we talking about fathers and all that other stuff. You know how many people that's born right now, 20, 30 years old and all this other stuff? Man, how you know if your father wanted you? So people be like, yo, you're deadbeat, anything. Bro, that's just like now we see a lot of people that having kids and they ain't supposed to be having kids or anything like that, forcing it on these people. I'm not picking no side. I'm just saying, like, it's other ways to look at it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
What angers me is like, where were those men when my dad was slipping up?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, where were those men then? Like, you know what? You need to go check your son. Or you know what? You can't be acting like that. To me, there was no accountability, which is why he was able to get away with it.
But you feel like back then, though, you see, like in today's era,
I'm gonna say exactly what he's gonna say.
Today's era with social media, it's almost like man can't get away with it. You get what I'm saying? Whereas if they had, even if they did have someone around, because there's no one sees, they can just dip under,
just hide
it completely.
Oh, and look at man's attitude back in them days.
Like obviously our generation, our parents' generation, even before, like me at my workplace, there's older drivers, yeah, that tell me certain stories. I'm like, oh, but they're telling me if they did have a youth, the only way the youth would find, the girl would find out is if the youth turned up at the door 18 years later or whatever. There would be there was not, like, man are doing what they're doing up and down the country.
They have DNA tests.
But there's nothing.
There wasn't even no mobile phone.
DNA test came in like the 80s or something like that. So think about how many kids, and if it came out in the 80s, which means not every state and not every place actually had that. People still was working on the paper route and all that other stuff. So like, yeah, back then it was kind of easy for people to, I'm saying, fly under the radar. To me, I look at it like, that shows you how many of you mothers was going crazy. You heard me? Think you a saint.
It was a for a woman to turn up and...
Unless you had the house number in it.
Yeah, and you get the house address and you're sending a letter. So, it's not a text, it's a letter you have to send. No email, you have to send a real letter.
A pigeon.
I said a pigeon.
They sent a pigeon round there.
So it made it a lot easier for them, because similar, like my...
Hey, yo, do y'all got that? Like, is that express over there? Know what I'm saying? Because y'all got kings and queens. So
my
y'all
dad
still
wasn't about until I was older. Do you get what I'm saying? And when I got older, I started speaking to other family members, and I had that convo with him, and certain things weren't certain things. And you got to chat to your mum about certain things and things that they go with them. And even now, they don't even see eye to eye, and then they try. No, my mum would like have combos or whatever, but I'm like, I don't really want to be in you lot shit. You get what I'm saying? Because now I have a good relationship with my dad, and we're cool in it. Through like the same things that I was told. Imagine things that I was told isn't
exactly what it was.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
But do you think there was accountability though? Because that's
from your dad.
From your dad. Do you think there was?
No, there wasn't. In a way, because I don't want to get too deep into it. But he was trying, innit? But he was getting pushed away. But maybe to a certain extent, he should have tried more. The only last proper memory that I had when I was 4, when he bought me a bike.
But I would never say that. Like, people be like, yo, try more, but you still don't know the relationship between a mother and a father. You know what I'm saying? Luckily that my mother and father wasn't together, but I have a real close relationship with my father. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like my father not in my life and all that other stuff. Like, nah, my father was in my life. My father was even in like my older brother's life. I ain't even his pops. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what type of father I had. You know what I mean? But anyway.
And then I think maybe when I turned a teenager, I wanted a PlayStation. I hit him up for a PlayStation. And he kind of like brushed me off, innit? Because he's not heard from man all these years. And then the first thing I've called him for is a PlayStation.
It's a PlayStation.
And then obviously me.
But what's man supposed to call him for though?
Yeah, but
what you want me to do? Talk about sports?
I know.
That's another thing with dads. There's another go on.
No.
That's another thing with dads, and I find it weird because I know some big men as well. Like, I phone my youth, but you don't phone me back. I'm like, brother, you got to phone a million times.
Yeah, you got to phone all the time.
He tells you to fuck off a million times. You got to phone 1,000,001 times because you don't know how that youth's hurt and needs to know that you're there for them regardless.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to say this. A lot of men have got their own trauma from their dads, and they're repeating the cycle. And when they're trying to put themselves out there to their youth, like,
I wouldn't say repeat the cycle. I still would say, how you know if that person want that child? Like, females was giving birth to a lot of children that people didn't, that men per se, you know what I'm saying? Because we wanted to get pregnant, got to be a man and a girl, a man and woman. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, how would you know if that person want that child? And it gets scary when it's like that, because like you never know how that I don't want a child person going to be. and then you'll look at them and be like, you're a deadbeat and all this other stuff. Nah, bro, he keeping it real with you. To me, a deadbeat is like one of those like, yo, telling the female, nah, I want this child, but knowing that the female, like, oh, I mean, like, that's the deadbeat to me, because you the one that want the child, you gave the child to the child, gave the child to the female and all this other stuff, and now next thing you know, like, you ditched out. Like, bro, you're a deadbeat, my boy. That's a deadbeat to me. You know what I'm saying?
I understand about the parent and son thing, but they put, as a person, they're not that thing.
Like,
so when they're putting themselves
really
out
that
there,
child?
and then you
That's his choice.
don't want nothing to do with them, they're hurt, blood. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. You're the parent. I understand. You got to fight through your own thing. But a lot of man, because they went through their thing and they're not healed, they passed it on to their children. That sins of the father thing is, I think, is quite real.
And some men, in reality, some men don't know how to communicate. Like they might think they know how to, but they might want to,
but they've never had that.
They don't know how to. If that makes
Some
sense.
men haven't had it,
so they will try. It's like one of those things. You see, like the best way I can explain it. You see, when you go to, I was meant to phone this person. Like it could be a brethren. I was meant to phone this person today, and I don't phone you. And then the days go more and more and more. And the more that the days go on,
the conversations.
You're in your head. You're like, I should call, but now I don't know if I should call. Like you're
that's awkward. I should have.
You're scared of the reaction that you're gonna get when you give that phone call. If that makes sense, because it's taken so long. You was meant to call last month. It's a month now. And when you see them, like, raw, you was meant to hit me up. You know you was meant to hit them up. Like, raw, boom, I was bit. But these times, it's sort of like that.
Ram, boom, I was bit by these times.
I think it's priorities, though.
100%.
With certain man, that I was the result of my dad stepping out on his partner. So he was with a woman, had a kid with that woman. And then from my calculations, it must have been like 3 months after their child was born, he had an affair.
Okay.
Like, because my birthday is a day before my sister's, but she's a year older than me.
Okay. So within the 3 months and then the 9 months.
So like he's obviously stepped out, and that's probably caused a ruckus. And now he wants to go back to the first one, innit?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I was like until Tyler, my second son.
Another thing is, you never know how. I said it before. You never know how your mother and father relationship was. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's so much. When you're a child, you just gotta be like, yo, bro, either you gonna be here for me or not, my boy. Like, we gonna have this conversation or not. If not, bro, like, you you're not even a dad. You sperm donor. Thanks for making me be alive, but know what I'm saying? Like, to turn junk up, I don't need you.
So I went in a car, sat with him, and I said, you need to explain that I need answers, innit? Although I'd seen him like on and off throughout the years before, it was like, that was me as a man saying, man to man now. And hearing him say, and basically blame the mum, the other woman, for everything, I lost respect. I lost respect because it's like, all right, if you're saying, you know what, like I couldn't, like my setup was with her, and if I made effort with you, she would have kicked me out, or she would have done this or done that. To me, I'm your son. Like, I'm your only son as well. 3 sisters. I'm your only son. Like, to me, that should have held that. There should have been some power in that.
All right, let me go. Okay, so this is another question. And I know this is about your personal.
No, I'm cool.
So, in that scenario, and this ain't an excuse, and this is the question that for everyone here, yeah? So, he stepped out. Your mum got pregnant, yeah? Now, at that moment, because I know situations, men and women, at that moment, the power's in the woman's hands. Regardless, because
at that moment,
because if she says, right, boom, I'm pregnant, and he's like, if he said, I'm not on it, if he said, I'm not on it, yeah, and then she's like, well, I'm doing it anyway. This is me, this is my child, fuck you.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Okay, I'm asking everyone this, yeah? Is he now, so he said he didn't want to know, he's not on it, yeah?
And before he even finished, don't feel like you special and all this other stuff like, boy, I'm special. No, dog, he ain't want you. That's just like a female that gives birth and she don't want you and she put you up for adoption, my boy. Like, Know what I'm saying? But anyway.
But she's like, fuck it, I don't care what you want. This is what I'm doing. Is it still his responsibility?
Yeah.
100%.
How? I would love to know how, though. But go ahead.
But he said,
you know what?
he said, this is from the jump.
You know what's mad?
I'm not on it.
Let me make it even worse.
I do feel like it should be a law where it's like I said before, some guys, they sit and they be like, yo, nah, shorty, I want you to have my baby, especially when they in it. You know what I mean? Feeling good. You know what I mean? Make you want to write a book. But anyway, I'm talking about the ones that's like, nah, I want you to have it. I want you to have it. To me, they are deadbeats. They are like the ones that we need to talk about a lot more and all this. The ones that's dead up saying, nah, I don't want it. I think I was watching something where it was like a guy had like 7 baby mothers or something like that. And he was like, bro, I ain't want to have big kids. Like, I know what's going on, all this other stuff, but like, I do feel like, yo, bro, it need to be a petition of like, if I don't really want this child and you do, I should be able to sign something like, yo, nah, bro. Nah, I ain't. Well, anyway, we'll go a little deeper while they go on. Yo,
let's say.
Yeah, how y'all feel about that, man? Y'all let me know that down in the comments.
Rome didn't even hesitate.
The woman said, yeah, don't worry about wearing a condom, because even if I get pregnant, I won't.
I'm going to take care of it.
No.
Yeah?
And a lot of
and
them
then
say
she
that.
turns around and says, I'm pregnant, but I want to keep the baby. Yeah. At that point, does the man have the right to say, I'm not involved?
No, but these are the things that come with
It's a question.
But
No,
you're
it's a question.
forcing me.
No,
She
because-
said what she said, and now she's like, well, I've changed my mind.
Cool.
It
Now
goes
I've gotta
both
step
ways.
up.
It goes both ways. Yeah.
So you gotta
Because
step up.
obviously, because like
I'll
at
tell
the
you
end of
why.
the day, yeah,
Yeah.
once you go in bareback, then it is what it is, isn't it? You have to accept. You kind of have to accept.
Not kinda.
You have to accept. Now,
Yeah.
man,
Ain't no condoms.
because it's weird. You saying that my situation is kind of similar with my kids. Like I have a middle child.
Yeah.
Now I didn't step out. We broke up. Had another child, and then I got back with my kid's mum, and then
Another thing, it should be really, once again, up to the parents. Should definitely be up to the parents, because it's like, surely you don't know what type of life I got. You don't know if I got a girl on the side, a wife on the side, and you just, know what I mean? Like, it's multiple
Man
things,
was-
man. It's multiple things of
I'm not
excuses.
gonna lie, man.
but
Felt that resentment
things
for time,
happen,
but I was always trying to be there, and I was always there, and I was
But it weren't easy.
not. You not, but he
It wasn't
not.
made easy.
It was
for you.
beat. It was
we
there
got
was
like 5 more
war
minutes, yo.
where in the sense of, and I'm not gonna lie, like there's been times we're cool now. But there was a time where man wasn't around or whatever because of how I felt like she was.
There's that
treating-
resistance in it.
Yeah,
That, you know what?
So I was
didn't want
at
this.
because at one point I had him every week, and then I remember there was a certain resistance because I've gone back there. So it's like you're not seeing. So I was stopped from seeing my son for a little while. Then the relationship came back. Then it was. I remember I went with my kids and my girl to. Well, it's not my girl now, but with the kid's mum to his birthday one time.
Yeah.
He's coming from a wedding, and then
Big
and it
scene.
was in McDonald's in a main. The party was in McDonald's party.
Yeah.
But
And
McDonald's
she-
is an open restaurant, right?
Yeah,
And the
You can walk
family
in.
have turned around and said, yeah, you lot can stay, but she needs to go. I was like, what? No, we come together
Mad.
as a family. Like, that's...
There's
Yeah.
no
My-
grown attitude.
Bear
there.
in
Can you
mind, my
imagine
kid
that?
comes to the yard all the time. She looks after him all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
things,
yeah.
weekly, whatever.
You're a
and then
package.
we're a package.
But this is in front of everyone in McDonald's.
So
Big
there were
people are
certain
doing
things that
this,
was going
yeah.
on where I felt like, rah, you lot are taking... Then we was having arg wars, and then...
It's like they're trying to
I
push you out, innit?
And then I kind of stepped back for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get me. Obviously now we're back on track, but I did have that resistance, and I did feel resentful, and it was a situation where she was sleeping with 2 guys.
Well, when it comes to that, I still feel like, yo, if you still want to be a dad in that life, don't get mad at the child or anything like that due to what the female's doing or anything like that. You still have a responsibility to live up to, regardless of what's ever happening with the female or male. Know what I'm saying? I'm talking to both. Let's still look at it as, if you choose to be in that child life, you got a responsibility. And don't get, just because you're mad at the one parent, you just like, oh, nah, let me just take this out on the child as well. Like, to me, that's some coward stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you still have a responsibility to do. You know what I mean? Just like, it should be a routine. Just like you wake up and pee every morning, you know what I'm saying? It should be a routine of, I don't care about this chick. I'm still going to reach out to my child. Or if my child old enough, I'm going to give my child this phone. You take it, then me and you going to have a, know what I'm saying, conversation. But anyway, yo.
Guys at the same time, so I had to do a DNA and all of that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
man went through bare things. But when I see what you're saying, and it's like, rah, you know what? it's not the child's fault though. All of the beef that's happening between
And as you
us,
see, I never blame the child, bro.
It's still not the
It's
child. You
it's
get what
the
I'm
parents,
saying?
bro.
Because we gotta be mindful, yeah. Real talk, yeah. Like a man will say a whole heap to beat a woman. Yeah, I
Oh,
love
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know what?
100,
Like,
bro.
I want you to have my baby.
Sweet nothings in the
Sweet,
air.
whatever it takes, yeah.
And to me, that's a sucker. That's like the sweet talking, the lying, and all that, bro. You're messing it up for the next person. You know what I mean? But anyway,
Like, and a man will also put up with, he don't really like her, but the beat's good.
Yes.
She gets on his nerves, but the
Yes.
beat's good. You know
Well, that's
what?
the
Her yard's
only
a
thing
mess,
he got
but the
going on
beat's
right
good.
now.
Like, no, but
whoa.
That one there.
a man will put up with so much,
man.
yeah, just because the beat's
Beat's
good,
good, yeah.
And a woman will hear a whole heap from that man. But it's the woman's choice to believe it. Yeah? So we gotta hold each other accountable, right? There are men that will sweet talk a woman. There are women also that will say to the man, don't worry about wearing a condom. Because like
X, Y, and Z.
X, Y, and Z.
You know,
Yeah, I
I'm
won't get the
allergic
baby
to
anyway.
Roy thing. How many of y'all heard that? I'm allergic. Yeah, I know.
It's like, I'm not ovulating or whatever. And a man's choice is to believe that or not.
Yes.
What covers that is wearing protection.
Yes.
Yeah? Let's just wear protection. Then I don't have to believe your words.
Yes.
You don't have to believe my
I
words.
don't have to question.
But people always say protection. What if protection break? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Then how will we talk about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't have to
question
question
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, I've done a video the other day. I said, if the thought of the woman you're about to beat, being the mother of your child, terrifies you, yeah?
Don't do it.
Why are you beating her without a condom?
Listen,
Think about that.
I think you're naive to think that if you get pregnant, the woman ain't gonna change her mind or create a bond.
Yeah,
like
100%.
something's in you.
but
Like you get me.
Their whole
cooking
thing will
up.
change. Their whole thing will change. The body changes instantly.
All right, watch this one now.
Cause I seen
You
some
went for
females that be like, yeah, I'm you know what I'm saying? The baby. But you're alone 9 months later, you having it. Like, what the? I thought she was gonna.
The thing bust. I don't want you know. The whole reason why I will protect you.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? What do you mean?
Because you just said earlier, it don't matter.
No, but I
Responsibility.
wore protection.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying the responsibility is when you don't wear protection.
No. But it doesn't matter. It's still your DNA in there.
Hold on one second.
That's your child. It's your you. What are you doing?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
No, go on.
I don't want.
So I
I
take
don't
you
want
CSA.
none of you.
I'm taking you CSA, blood.
Wait, all right. So
I
we're
got a
just pointing
career
out
going on,
this.
yeah?
Who's in the wrong in this situation? So
Man said I got a career going.
I got a career and bare things going on. I financially, man, can't do it.
For some of them, that is not an excuse. That's not an excuse. That's like your only excuse. Yo, I got something going on. All right, cool. I completely understand, but it's like you still got responsibility to do a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yo,
You right
do
now,
what you
get
gotta
me.
do.
Boom. Obviously,
Because in the
we're
long
feeling
run,
each
you're gonna
other.
be getting paid a lot of money.
Condom,
but
you
it's
get
like
condom bust now.
still got a little bit of responsibility.
We don't. You get me?
Some morning after pill.
But you know what I heard something the other
No, it's
day?
too late. She didn't clock till a couple months
She
later.
didn't clock. It's all 3
Well,
months.
but
now.
bro, you can clock when a dom bust, bro. Like we
Who?
know when a dom bust.
But you
What?
guys,
But you
When
don't
have
know
you
when-
ever been?
Because when your thing come out and it rolls back, bro, broken,
No,
you know
but-
that
hold
it's
on,
broken.
you're
But
not
what we doing
listening.
here?
Or you
What
see
are
that
you
it
talking
bust and
about?
take the
No, but
morning
what
off.
if you're in the
Why you
moment
in
of
there? How
busting
you
though?
know
You
it
don't
busts
even
when you're
clock.
in?
No, that's what I'm saying. But when
No,
you come
once
out,
you've realised it's bust,
you're
you can
gonna
say,
know that
take the morning off.
You're gonna know the dom's bust, fam. At some
And then
point,
she
you know
said,
the
"I don't
dom's
want to
bust.
take the morning after pill."
What do you mean?
You have to go and get the
Hey,
hose.
say it again.
The shower head.
So who's
Say
responsibility?
it
We
again.
gotta-
What do you mean?
Because I went in there with the
Yes,
intentions
the right
of
intention.
I
busting.
heard this-
DNA.
I heard this the other day and it blew my mind and I wasn't sure if it was true, but they say condoms are still not 100%.
Yeah, they're not. They're 98%.
Exactly.
98%.
What do you want me to wear? Too?
No, so what I'm
I
saying
don't have
is
sex before marriage.
condoms are only
Oh, my God,
98%
it is.
effective, yeah? I didn't even know that. We just think, you know, put the condom on, there's no chance.
198%.
We
in
have
this
to be
mother.
mindful, full stop, yeah? If I'm having sexual intercourse with a woman, yeah, and I'm going to ejaculate, whether it's into a condom or into her, there's a risk that she could fall pregnant. And if the thought of that scares you, then question yourself. Because there's man as well that will use this line, yeah? Don't worry, I'll pull out.
Yeah, that.
Don't worry.
Don't compare them with other guys. Like I feel like a lot of people always do that. They take certain things like this or something like that and like they compare it or like what I said before. Like I feel like a guy that's telling a female, yo, let's have a child, and then he bells out like the deadbeat type. is not the same as they not the same person as somebody that's trying to be in a child life, but the other parent won't allow them. Whether it's a male or female, because I don't want to make this, because you got some men that got custody of their child and they not letting the mother see it. It's real few, but you still got to bring everything up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
I will pull out. Women will be okay with that. Yeah. So you're expecting that man to somehow hold in his sperm, yeah, for the right. Certain man can't hold a sneeze. Yeah? Think about it. You see when you go to sneeze and you can't hold it in, but you're telling me you're gonna hold in your sperm and you're about to.
Even if you can pull
it's
out.
still a risk, bro.
No, just put it this way. For youngers that might be listening, even if you go in there bareback and you know and you can manage to pull out, there's something called pre-cum. So if you pre-cum is enough to get a woman pregnant.
Listen,
and you don't even know that that's happening.
No, listen. You know when you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna come. Yeah, something's already shot.
That's already shot. It's done.
The first time you know the feeling, he's already got a couple soldiers have been like,
yo, I'm out, you know. Especially you get in there with a little bit of alcohol in you. Oh my God.
Yo, couple sperm with that. Small times.
Wait, let me ask this question then, and this is for everyone. I don't want it just to be on you. Is there a time at any time where a man can step away from responsibility? As in, all right, let me give you this one scenario. As in. You bust in a condom, you take the condom the sperm is fully in the condom. You've dashed it away, but the woman has somehow later on taken out that condom and put the sperm inside her.
Now that used to happen a lot too.
What that woman tried to do to Drake.
You know
that used to happen a lot too.
Everything we're saying.
But
it's your DNA though.
No, but I'm saying I've come in the condom.
You're just worried about the DNA.
I've wrapped it up.
No,
I've locked
it's your child.
No, but you're not worried about the intentions beforehand.
Doesn't matter.
I know. 100%. No, regardless, you're meant to look after the youth. Regardless, let's just establish that. But I'm saying, if a woman really tricks you into that position where you've actually busted the condom, the condom's
that's why I say
loaded.
like it really should be to like either gotta get a lawyer or something like that, and like you can fight the case to be like, all right, nah, you straight. I mean, like this an easy winning case, even though that'd be a crazy lawyer. Because how would you go to? Hey, yo, bro, I know I motherfucker put that motherfucker in the condom. Now he got to do his research. Probably not gonna show the door. Hey, yo, can I check your garbage? That'd be crazy. Yeah, I gotta check your sink and all that.
Yeah,
but she's taking it somehow.
You'll double.
What is man meant to take it?
She used that turkey base.
Leave the yard door.
You just been played, homie.
Stuff herself like a turkey.
No, I might, bro, because. You get what I'm saying? There's women out here that will steal man's sperm.
You know what? For me, yeah, just the type of man I am, yeah, I couldn't have a child out there and be that child's father and not have any. No matter how.
We're gonna leave it at that, baby, right there. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna come back live. What time is it right now? It will be after 7 o'clock-ish, 8 o'clock. So y'all want me to go live, just let me know the time that y'all actually want me to go live so we could actually get back to this react to this podcast. I definitely want to do this, know what I mean? But anyway though, man, I have to stop it right here because I have to get ready for the baby.
Oh, it's come to that.
Baby is up and I gotta get her food and stuff like that.